You good, Steve? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fitton Center for Creative Arts. I really enjoy saying that now more than ever. Great to have people here to enjoy the arts in all its spectacular glory. My name is Ian Mackenzie Thurley. I'm the Executive Director here at the Fitton Center, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you here. With that, I would like to thank the Hamilton Community Foundation, the City of Hamilton, ArtsWave in Cincinnati, and the Ohio Arts Council for their continued support, and most especially through this year. Can we give them a big round of applause? We certainly appreciate it. To all of our funders, our sponsors, and our donors, we really do appreciate everything you have done for the Fitton Center over many years, but as I said, particularly over the last 18 months, we have really appreciated it, and has allowed us to do this. So we really do appreciate that as we bring Wings of Hope here to Hamilton, this incredible mosaic mural led by Laurie K. Farr, who you're going to meet, and our incredible artists that represent 29 US states, 8 countries from around the world, and over 350 individual artists. And that includes representatives here in Hamilton from the Boys and Girls Club, from Booker T. Washington Community Center, from Hamilton City Schools, from Baden High School, from the YMCA, from our friends up at Inside Out Studios. So many people involved. We really appreciate it. And mine's in there too, and I really think if you look, you'll find it, and it is the very best one. So we really do appreciate that. I know if we've got a little bit of rain coming in, so if you do need to jump under the portico here, please do that. We're sort of trying to figure out going into fall weather here in beautiful Hamilton, Ohio. With that, I would like to invite up one of our sponsors of Wings of Hope, a former and soon-to-be, again, city councillor here in Hamilton, but somebody who has an incredible passion for the arts, incredible drive for that, and for our community. And I'd like to invite her up to say a few words, Ms. Kathy Klink.
Thanks, Ian, and welcome to everyone who's here this evening. This is a very special moment as we get to salute not only the artists, but the incredible work that we see before us. I welcome, again, all of you here and hope you'll enjoy your evening. After we're finished out here, I hope you have time to go inside because there's another exhibit that's opening that is a group 60-plus tetrahedrons. It's another interpretation of how we address the COVID epidemic. So I hope you enjoy that as well. Finally, thanks to Ian for his leadership, his vision, his ability to bring all of these events to Hamilton, and especially to the Fitton Center. I salute you, Ian, for all that you're able to accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. We appreciate it. We appreciate your continued support of the Fitton Center. It's been incredible. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, if we can remember that, way back to early last year, Laurie came to me with this incredible idea for Wings of Hope. For those who had taken a mosaic class here or a workshop, if you go down to our basement, we do already have some incredible community mosaics that we put together and that Laurie has run. And she's an incredible artist, and she's an amazing teacher. If you've ever been into her class, there is nobody who doesn't have talent. There's nobody who doesn't have an artistic push, because Laurie is there to support them and guide them, and they make the most amazing things, from tiny little pendants to huge big murals and mosaics that she has worked on with students and adult students alike. So when that came together, we obviously had a lot of things to work out in the early part of the pandemic. But as things sort of flattened out, as it were, and we had some opportunities to come out into the community and create art and bring music and art and theater alive back into the community, this was number one on the list. It was supposed to be just one pillar. There's one here in the corner. That's what it was going to be. It was going to be around 300 butterflies. We're going to have the community involved. We were going to put some things online and see what happened. And every week, they kept on expanding and growing. And if you go to our Facebook page through the Fitton Center, but for Wings of Hope, you can see this every week. They kept on arriving from everywhere, and people knocking on the door and dropping things off and bringing them to my house and to Laurie's house. And these butterflies have come from literally everywhere around the world, and it really has grown wings and become this incredible project that I said is now over 1,000 glass butterflies, 29 US states and 8 countries. So from Hamilton to the world, we bring you Wings of Hope. And with that, I'd like to introduce the lead artist and the person who's put all of this together, Laurie K. Farr. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate this, and thank you for all coming out on this rainy afternoon. Wings of Hope's been in my mind, as Ian said, for quite a while. It originally started off with the one pillar, and I am part of several online mosaic communities of mosaic artists, and I actually, when we put the call out in early February for Mosaic Butterflies, we again hoped maybe for 200 butterflies if we were lucky, and daily the mail and the mailman kept bringing boxes and boxes all over in different states and different countries. They would show up. We were overwhelmed by the response as it grew into one column into four. I think all the artists were feeling different feelings through the pandemic, and this project came along just as a time for people to get together and be a part of a collective project, but safely work in their own studios and be safe with COVID going on. So it was one way to feel connected but work safely. We have 1,026 butterflies, and Ian said 29 United States, 8 countries. Some of the countries that we received from was Mexico, Canada, Australia. Was very strong Australian response from several artists. I wonder why. New Zealand, India, and India, actually, they came the furthest. The artist was messaging me, and I think it was over 8,792 miles that they flew. And she was in a very tight lockdown at the time and was able to make them using materials she had within her studio, and we communicated, and she was able to get out and get them in the mail and get them to me in time for me to incorporate them into the mural. We had 392 different participants from all skills and backgrounds. We have some professional mosaic artists that have participated, schools like he said, Hamilton and Baden. We had Booker T. Washington Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, Inside Out Studios, and even the first responders from the Ross Township Fire Department participated. And they actually, I've heard stories, they had really a lot of fun making those. There might be somebody here that might knows a few people there. And actually, we had from ages 2 to about 92. The oldest was that I'm aware of, with people not giving me my ages, but it was my father-in-law, George Farr from Bowling Green, Ohio. He was 92 and actually became very became very well at making puzzles. So when I gave him this opportunity to make a butterfly, he was right on it. He exactly knew what to do. We also had several community engagements within the community. One was here in the outdoors, and it was a lot of fun. We had different people that just kind of wandered up and made butterflies, past students, different artists that just mailed them in. We had artists that I asked to make butterflies. They're not all butterflies. There's actually 3 bumblebees made by an artist named Caroline Jalawala from United Kingdom, and she is known with Mango Mosaics, and that's her stylized icon that she makes, this butterfly. And then, of course, I had to include one cicada because we had to honor Brood X with all the cicadas that were flying around this summer. The design that I created as I started to get all the butterflies, then I had to assemble them. I would sort them by colors and kind of had containers done. And then the border band on the mural actually represents, the red and the black represent the Fitton colors and the Fitton logo. The blue is to represent the Great Miami River, and the dots of color are to represent the arts that occur in the city of Hamilton, between the sculptures, the music, the dramas, the performances, the venues. That was to kind of just a nod to the arts. Each one of these butterflies is kind of a certain personal masterpiece and meaning something. Some of them came with messages on the back. Some came with notes saying that I wasn't able to get in my studio. This project came along. It inspired me to start creating again. And we had different messages that, each one had a personal meaning. With that being said, as this project came about, there was a student that would take my class regularly, and she was a very active member here at the Fitton Center. Her name was Joanne Morner, and she became ill, and she had been fighting cancer for a while, but she passed right at the beginning of this project starting. And I know if she was well and she was here, she would have been all over this thing, left and right. She would be bringing me butterflies daily or asking this or helping with everything else. So as we were making butterflies, one of her friends, Shirley Mackenzie Thurley, made this beautiful little white butterfly that I just felt like it represented Joanne. So I added her name to it. So she is really the only butterfly on there that has a name. And it's sitting on this column here so that her family and her friends can come have a seat with her and talk with her, and just so she can be a part of this. So I just wanted to, this whole butterfly theme with the rainbow blend, it's just to kind of inspire hope and joy. It's been a rough year and a half for a lot of people. We've lost people that we've loved dearly. We've lost connections with people or been separated. And this was one way just to kind of bring the community in closeness and inspire some hope and some joy. In July, after I completed this, I started it in mid-April, assembling them onto fiberglass mesh panels. There's 118 square feet of mosaic. It doesn't look that much when it's all on the columns wrapped around, but if you lay it out flat, it's a lot of glass butterflies. And we had 2 artists fly in. Misha Moore came in from Colorado, and Kim Rexford flew in from Connecticut. And my husband, Darren Farr, and my son, Brennan Farr, helped install this in 2 days. And it was hot, and it was hard, laborious work, but we got it done. And the following week, in about 10 days, Brennan and I were able to get it grouted and get it finished for the project. And I just want a big thank you to them that participated and just doing that labor-intensive part of the work. I want to thank all of the people that have made a butterfly, sent a butterfly, donated funds. Ian for all the support. The staff here at the Fitness Center has been awesome. Kate setting up the websites, and Matt and Brennan and Kat and everybody that's participated in making this a possible project. It's just been, and Kathy Klink for her support. I just really am honored to have a piece of mosaic public art in the city of Hamilton. Hamilton has become my home and my heart, and we just needed a little glass on the walls. So thank you.
Thank you, Laurie, and congratulations. An incredible work of art. Now it's my great pleasure to welcome the busiest man in Southwest Ohio. For those who may have been sleeping for the last week, Hamilton is home to the Tom Seaver winning Little League World Series championship playing the West Side Little League team, and they've been pretty busy over the last couple of days, taking a curtain call that's well-deserved, and this man's been leading that charge. Ladies and gentlemen, can I introduce you to the Mayor of Hamilton, Mayor Pat Moeller.
Thank you for this piece of artwork. You know, it's one from many. It's collective but independent. And you mentioned the word hope. It's kind of like where there's hope, great things can happen. So this means so much in so many symbolic ways. The color is great. I want to thank the donors, the sponsors. And I'm here with Councilmember Carla Fear, Councilmember Susan Vaughn. I think Councilmember Kathy Klink is here somewhere. But I know we did well in the World Series, but in the World Series of Art, hey, we're also champions, no doubt about that. So thank you, Ian, and thank you all for your part in making this, again, something very special in the city of Hamilton. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We'd invite everybody to come and take photos. I know it's raining here right now, but we do have art inside. As Kathy mentioned, we have a beautiful exhibition here in our community gallery, but also in our full galleries we have the Boom exhibition, which is joined with our good friends up at Art Space. So you can see some local art. That is what we have on display all through this building right now. The bar is open, the doors are open as well. We would invite you to wear a mask, please. There are some at the front door if you don't have any with you, to come and get out of the rain. But if you'd like to get photos, but we'll be open for senior photos and prom photos and wedding photos for years to come. See us out there on Instagram and Facebook. Hashtag that in. We'd love to see all of that. Congratulations to Laurie. Congratulations to all of our artists and those internationally and nationally that can't be with us here today. We appreciate it. Congratulations, you all, with Wings of Hope.